anyway, I am Demetra K, and I am sitting here with Donovan throwing rocks and hiding his hand Sadiq. And I want to say thank you to those on the podcast and who will later see it on YouTube. And as always, to everybody on Facebook, the live audience. And so today we are talking about, since it's Easter, aka Resurrection Sunday, we're going to talk about some things we need to resurrect ourselves from. Okay, so while I'm talking for a little bit, I didn't do a whole lot of research today because I felt like, you know what, it's a holiday, I guess you could say, laid back. So, we'll just kind of keep it easy breezy. Hey, Quentin, and happy belated birthday to you. Hey, Ruben, what's happening, Ed? So, yeah, we're going to keep it easy. I wrote a list of things, just off the top of my head, we can resurrect ourselves from. And so, what is Easter? I'm going to pretend like, there's somebody out there who's lived under a rock for all their life and they don't know what Easter is. Okay. Easter is the resurrection of Jesus Christ on, let's say, the Friday before Sunday, which was Good Friday. He was, crucified. I'm trying to remember the biblical terms. He was crucified due to being, I guess, falsifying him being the man, the Son of God and all these other things. And so 3 days later, which is allegedly Easter, but some people are like, well, that's not technically 3 days, but let's just go with it, okay? 3 days later, he rose from the dead, which is the technical definition of resurrection, is to arise from the dead. And so what I want to do is twist it around and say, all right, fellow black people, or anybody on here who wants to add anything to it, what do we need to resurrect ourselves from? And so while you guys are thinking of stuff, I'll just go ahead and start with one of the things on my list. And I'm going to tie it into a social, something that's been kind of trending around. You want me to add you on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to add Donovan on. Okay, so as you guys have read or seen in the news, Stephon Clark was murdered in Sacramento, by the Sacramento Police Department. Okay, he was the guy that was, I'm sorry, I'm freezing up a little bit. I'm bringing Donovan in now. Okay, so you might want to turn yours down.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so he was shot 20 times. Well, not 20 times. They shot at him 20 times. I think 8 bullets ended up hitting him, most of them in his back. So, you guys tell me, am I freezing up a lot here? Because I kind of see me going back and forth.
How's that?
In slow motion. Okay, I think I'm back. No?
Okay, it is. I think it's because I got the thing going. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Just keep going. You're good.
All right, so yeah, it's working now. Okay, so anyway, he was shot and all this other stuff. Now, bring us to present day time. Somebody somewhere found some tweets. Yeah, it's still freezing up a little bit. Somebody somewhere found some tweets. That, and I won't read them. You said it's freezing up, but I'm clear now. Okay, so just let me know if it continues to freeze. Sometimes this little Facebook Live thing, it takes a minute for it to catch up and stuff. Yeah, still doing it. And so I'm not going to read the tweets or even mention. Well, I'll mention what the tweets were about. So basically, Stephon Clark, the victim of police murder, being murdered by the police, rather, he tweeted some very nasty things about black women. For those of you who know, he was married to an Asian woman. And let's just say he didn't prefer black women. Now, some of the things, like I said, was like, really? And so now you have people who are torn, like, you know what? Forget him. We're not going to protest for him. Well, he didn't like us, so why should we do anything for him? People said, let the Asian community protest for him, since that's what he, had, I guess, a flavor for, Asian women opposed to black women. And I would just like to say this, and this is how I tie it all in. We need to resurrect ourselves from being distracted. Now, listen, I'm not saying, I think I'm just going to be just be honest. I think he was a jerk to be nice. I don't want to dishonor the dead, but I think he was a jerk. I think he had no knowledge of self. He had no love of self. I just think he needed to be resurrected, But I still don't think that takes away from the fact that another unarmed black man was murdered, because truth, indeed, the police didn't know that he didn't like black people per se. They didn't know that. They just saw another a black man, and for whatever reason they didn't value his life, and so they took it. And so I think we need to resurrect ourselves from being distracted. To me, him having self-hate, because that's exactly what he had. He suffered from self-hate. That, to me, it's a huge thing, but in the larger scheme of things, in regards to somebody being murdered, I think that's a distraction, because not every black man that has been murdered by the police has had his attitude. And Floyd, I agree with you. I like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful to the dead, but a lot of people, in your opinion, would say that he was trash, and I agree. Anybody who makes it a point to, in your words, trash his black woman, I agree with you. He is trash himself. But that to me, that takes away, it distracts us from the larger issue of black men being murdered 3 times more than anybody else or any other race on this planet. And so the murder of him is still wrong. We need to stop being distracted. But honestly, there's a lot of, I won't say a lot, but there's, I guess, quite a few men who think like that about their woman. And so I just try to put myself in the shoes of this Asian woman, because, she has some unsavory things to say about black people, too. I read the tweets and I'm like, wow, really? Like, whose self-hate or whose hate rubbed off on the other? Was it his self-hate that rubbed off on her? Or did she always feel that way about black people? Because she kind of said some disparaging things about him in regards to the kids, too. So, I'm in her shoes and I'm thinking, wow, where's my people? That, my man, my baby daddy was murdered. Where's my Asian community? That he went so hard for. That he thought was just the best and that his woman was trash. Where are my people? I wonder that. Like, is she asking her people, my man, my kid's father, he was murdered, and I need you guys to be out in these streets with us, I doubt that's the case, but, if he was able to have hindsight or 2020 hindsight vision rather, I'm sure he would see things a lot differently if he knew the very people that he hated, per se, were going to be out there in the streets protesting and raising awareness about what happened to him. So I'm not saying that what he said about black women is right. It's wrong. As Floyd said, he's trash. Honestly, he is, for having that ideology. But don't let him distract the rest of us from, because, I would love to be able to say that he is going to be the last time we ever hear or read about another, a black man being murdered by the police. But that he's not going to be the last. And so we don't want that kind of stuff, because what happens is, and I'm going to get to you guys' comments. I'm just trying to give you guys a minute to formalize your thoughts. Because what we're doing now is by talking about, oh, well, you know what? He was this and he was that. He didn't like black women and blah, blah, blah. What it's doing is letting the real perpetrators off the hook. Mm-hmm. It's allowing them to say, look at them. We throw a bone, because I don't know who threw these tweets out there. But we throw a bone, look at them, just like a dog. They go running. They can't stay focused on the issue at hand for nothing.
And that's why we keep winning.
Matter of fact, as soon as we get ready to, we're going to go kill somebody else. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to throw another distraction in there. And speaking of distraction, I know if you guys have watched TV or the internet or whatever it is. I say the internet because I don't have TV. Mm-hmm. You guys have seen a lot of footage with his brother.
Acting a fool. Acting a damn fool.
I'm glad you said it. We've seen a lot of footage with his brother acting a fool. I was like,
you don't win no points that way.
This can't be real. Like, the dude is... we can't tell people how to grieve. At my mama's funeral...
That wasn't grieving, though.
But I didn't shed one tear at my mom's funeral. And I've always made the point of saying, if something ever happened to my mama, I'm jumping in the casket with it. But I didn't cry at the funeral. So the point that I'm making is a lot of people grieve differently. Mm-hmm. Maybe let's just give him the benefit of doubt and say some people grieve differently. But I'm like,
at a public forum, you do not act like that.
I agree. But it's like a lawyer, PR, You got great auntie. Nobody can say, look, little boy, I need you to sit down because what you are doing is you're causing a distraction. You're taking the focus off of your dead, murdered brother, and you're putting it on yourself. Like I watched the footage of him at City Hall for the first time. I was avoiding watching it because just from like the stills and stuff that I saw, I was like, this is not good. I'm going to be embarrassed if I watch this.
And he doesn't realize you're hurting your lawsuit against the city when you act like that, because that has to go in front of a review board for approval.
Well, I don't think the brother's an ass. Okay, let's just be honest. Because I'm not a fan of Don Lemon, but I saw how he was disrespectful to Don Lemon, just acting stupid. You know, I get it, you're hurt and all of that, but
that's not going to bring your brother back.
It's not going to bring your brother back, but I don't think that's going to harm the lawsuit because they're going to pay that family big. Right. But wrongfully murdered their brother. But
when it goes in front of the police review board, they're going to say, "See, look how the brother acts. This was just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying when in Rome to do wrong, but what I'm saying is there comes a time and a place for everything."
I agree with that. Okay. I mean, y'all know I got a background in PR, so to me that is cringeworthy when I see that nobody in his camp or on Mars, Venus, nobody can say, "Look, man, sit down." And then when he was at the City Hall, he was running around Stephon Clark. His pants are falling down.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to y'all comments. And then I'll move on to some of the other stuff. And then you guys tell me what we need to resurrect ourselves from. And then, Ruben, you say, good topic. And Floyd, you said I was freezing up. Okay, let me pass all that. And then Floyd, you also say, was him being killed wrong? Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
Anybody being killed.
Yeah, that was wrong. And then Ruben said, what is wrong with me? Love black women. And listen, Ruben, ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing. Listen, you got to ask yourself, what's right with me? Everything is right with you when you love a black woman. And Quentin, you say, once you date outside your race, you should not have nothing to say about your own race of women. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the point of Stephon. He was only 22, so to me, he learned that behavior somewhere to have extreme hate. And it's funny because, well, not funny like ha-ha, but funny because you saw his grandmama, his black grandmama, and his black mama, and I even saw his black female cousin out there talking and rallying for him about how you hate black women, but the very women you hate out there, mourning you openly.
Well, can I say, plays that devil advocate as somebody who's in the military? He's up in Sacramento, big military community, big Asian community up there in the north.
Oh, yeah, true.
And, with ways a lot of the depiction of black women and what these guys got to deal with. I mean, I'm not saying he's right for saying I don't want to deal with black women, but growing up and you're seeing that. This is what I talk about on our other show. How this affects these kids from a younger age up. I'm just saying.
I'm listening.
I'm just saying this could possibly be why he has that stigma in his mind. Possibly.
I mean, I don't know.
Because it makes no sense how you could do those tweets or whatever, and yet your mama black, your grandmama black, and all this other stuff.
Because I'm not saying it hasn't, but I haven't seen his Asian mama out there.
Right.
Or his Asian mother-in-law people's out there. I haven't seen it.
And you won't. It's just like Tiger Woods' mom. Tiger Woods' mom made sure that he took care of his Asian family. They didn't give a damn about the black side.
You see her at that press conference, she was mad dogging him sleep with one more woman outside of your marriage and see what happened. Al says, I see you, baby, looking good like a nice barbecue plate on Easter Sunday. Hey, a nice vegan plate. Thank you, baby. Lloyd says, you see, they had Al Sharpton up there. Yeah, I was like, come on.
Oh, my God. Worst thing.
And then it almost looked like Al Sharpton had to, subdue the guy. I don't know what, because he was, the brother actually was behind Al Sharpton acting a fool. Like, somebody tranquilize him. Like how they do with the little thing.
Yeah. Mental illness. Mental illness. That's all I can say.
Is that what it is?
It's rampant in our community. I mean, I know everybody wants to smoke weed and stuff, and we got stock, so continue to smoke. But however, some people, when you do stuff like that, it manipulates your mind, especially at a young age, because your brain isn't completely developed. So you're already damaging your brain. You're continuing to do it. Mental illness.
I just think somebody in his immediate circle or his circle of influence, his parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, they weren't actually that influential over him. I don't know about Stephon.
No, they probably let him in the streets.
Yeah, definitely over the brother, because that dude, I mean, it's like, he's just, is that the spokesperson for the family now? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
No, it's obvious he's on something.
Yeah, but I was shocked to see Al Sharpton up there too. I wonder if he's gonna have his job back at MSNBC.
No, he has a show.
Oh, okay. So the eulogy probably was kind of tiptoeing the line.
Yeah, his show's on Sundays early in the morning for like an hour or whatever, and then you never see him again.
Okay, Negro hour.
Yeah, nigger hour. Where nobody's awake, you know.
Yeah, Al says, I shed a bunch of tears of laughter at my stepdad's funeral. You know what? Al was not a fan of his stepfather. Let's just say that. And Ruby says, as a kid, I played the bugle for military funerals at my grandmother's funeral.
Taps.
I didn't cry. It was too familiar. It was a too familiar environment for me. Yeah. People just grieve differently. Like I said, my mama, I love my mama dearly. And I always used to say that. I'm jumping in. I'm going to be the casket diver.
No, but, you were already prepared knowing that.
But not one. I didn't cry not one tear at her funeral.
Right, because I know at the repast, you guys were partying it up.
Yeah.
At the repast.
It's a celebration of life.
Celebration of life, right.
Hey, Lou, he says, I'm sick of how we're treated and talked about. Yeah, I mean, and I believe you're talking about in regards to black women. And, to your point, Donovan, because he was 22, so where is he learning this from? Now, I don't know. I'm listen.
The media.
I did say only 46, okay?
You told me you were 26.
I'm Easter Sunday. You can't rely on Easter Sunday, right?
Okay, gotcha.
I'm only 46, and in my lifetime, I would say within the last maybe 5 years, have I heard black men be so openly discouraging about black women. To me, that was unheard of. I would say, really, maybe with the inception of social media. Yeah. And listen, I'm not saying black women don't do it too, because black women do. But in my experience,
they do it to themselves.
I see mostly black. I've had to delete a lot of black men from my timeline on just bashing the crap out of black women. We was bees and hoes and just all day long. I was like, nope, I'm not going to get on my timeline and see that. Right. Now,
I mean, people will say that I bash black women. No, I don't bash because you don't see me saying bitches and hoes, and you've never seen me with anything other than a black woman. Right. I'm just pointing out things that the average Joe Blow like myself, like when we did that show where that lady was like 44 and she was like, well, I had a chance to get with the good dude and I didn't want to get with the dude.
I'm going to turn the camera on you guys too, so I forgot to do that to show Donovan.
So, she wanted to be with the good dude and it's too late now that she's 44 because most of the good dudes now are married and settled and stuff like that because she wanted the bad boy. Right. So now it's like on my show when I say that, you say that to these people saying like, look, we're pointing out discrepancies that should be fixed. If you're 46 years old as your age and you have and you have pink hair, I can't take you seriously.
I get it. So basically what you're saying, Donovan, is not that you're bashing black women, but you're trying to hold black women accountable. I mean, I understand that. Because I know a lot of times we say, we can't really, it's for me to hold myself accountable, which is true. But if we are ever going to grow as a people,
we can't be above criticism.
Right. And I think that's one of the most loving things you can do is correctly with love criticize somebody or try to give them correction, rather. Right. You know what I mean? And let's see. What did I miss here? And Al says the way Stephon Clark's brother is acting, maybe the media is thinking the cops shot the wrong black guy. Damn. You know what?
I don't mean to laugh. It's a serious thing.
Laughed, Too late.
But I'm just saying, that's a very good comment. That's a very good comment.
Thought-provoking. They shouldn't be shooting nobody. But Ruben says, I found the most gracious and sweet woman who looks like Dionne Warwick. Woo! Hey, do you know?
As long as she don't have Dionne Warwick teeth before she got her teeth fixed. Dionne Warwick's a beautiful woman, but when she had those teeth, woo! I don't know. So...
And Lou, you say right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we just, I think that's what Stephon probably learned it from, just seeing it openly. One of our not-so-favorite guys, am I freezing up here a little bit, you guys?
A little bit. It's slowing down a little bit.
I don't know why it is.
Because everybody's on social media today.
Is that what Easter, it is? They need to be Easter egg hunting. Yeah. Get off from 3 to 4:30. Our favorite guy, Tommy Sotomayor.
My leader!
Not really.
He's my leader. He opened my eyes.
He was ran up off of YouTube, y'all. Yeah. I don't know why, but it sound like people. And I bring up Tommy because Tommy is the king hater, I think, of black women. Like,
no, he's not.
Oh,
go
God,
ahead.
yes.
He's not. I disagree.
Black women.
No, I disagree. His daughter's black. His sons are black. His girlfriends have been black.
Have. Tommy has made a lot of money off of bashing black women. And I'm not saying...
Don't knock the hustle.
You know what? I'm going to stab you with this Sharpie is what's going to happen to you. And listen, I'm not saying Tommy has said something like, you know what, I really wish black women would just love themselves and do, he's offering solutions. I mean, he said the most vile things you can think of about black women. Sure. And so I wouldn't doubt that the Stephon Clark, was not a follower of somebody like Tommy who, I mean, it was just disgusting the way he talked about black women.
No, I have to disagree.
Of course you would.
I have to disagree because you got to listen to his message. The message said, stop competing with these younger girls.
Okay, yes.
Stop acting like a clown. Take care of your children. Stop having multiple baby daddies.
So he never said your black bees, your hair hats, you
absolutely.
Ugly, fat,
but he also said, where did he learn to curse? From his mother. Where did he learn to hate himself as being black?
Where did he learn not to pay his child support?
From his mother and his father.
You know what? Stop it.
From his father.
Stop.
I mean, he admits all this, but nobody reports.
Where did he learn
things.
Not to spend time with his kids up until recently?
From his father.
Okay.
From his father who was absent that his mother chose. Mm-hmm. And he using himself as an example. I'm going to defend my leader. Yes, I am. Can I get a hallelujah?
There's something wrong with Donovan. Like, damn. Listen, if y'all don't hear from me within the next couple hours after I log off, because Donovan did something to me, buried me in his backyard for talking about...
stab you with this Sharpie.
Talking about Tommy Sotomayor the way I did.
That's right. I'm going to have to bring out the TOI.
The Tommy
of Islam.
This fool here. Did you eat too many peeps today? Some Easter eggs? What's going on with you?
Oh, man.
And then, Al wants to know, is that Donovan or Huggy Bear? It's Crazy Bear. That's what it is.
Well, you didn't hear that from me, but the word on the streets.
Hey, Benny, what's happening? He said, to be honest, if you investigate deep enough and we stay engulfed in semantics, we would be able to find differences between ideologies and understandings in every brother or sister murdered by police.
Amen.
Let's see. By police, I see your boy's name come up, Donovan, so you calm yourself down, okay? Ideologies and understandings in every brother or sister murdered by police unjustifiably. But no matter how radical their beliefs may be, we can't allow those differences to affect our mission to fight for one another. Or if anything, use it as an opportunity to awaken others. Who's to say we knew exactly how Trayvon, Mike Brown, or any of the others who were just social, any of the others were just as social conscious as we would like them to be. Even if Tommy Sotomayor, as much as I hate his message, we would have to stand up for him as well.
Yes.
Absolutely. And now, you know what? I love that last point you made too, Benny, about us not really knowing what everybody else stood for. I mean, I think Stephon just got caught. You know, he was openly out in the open with his hate for black women. He just got caught. But to your point, that doesn't negate the fact that he still should be here, regardless of how he felt about black women. He still should not have been murdered by the police department. And Al says Stephon Clark's brother is probably making black men hate black dudes who sag and act a fool on TV. Well, to Benny's
but that's
point,
how they see us.
Yeah, but to Benny's point, it should be an eye-opening, awakening experience for us to learn from. Like, if I was a young man that sagged and I saw that on TV, I'd be like, wow, well, that's not a good look.
It's not a good look for us.
Because I cringed when I saw it. I mean, this dude pants dang near fell all the way off his butt in front of the dais at City Hall, and he's running around, hopping around, and he actually hops on top of the dais, sits in front of the mayor, and he's chanting.
Mental illness.
And I was like... And then he had a lot of other people join in. in doing that?
Mental illness and a corrupted way of trying to initiate change.
Listen to this, okay? I got something for you, brother.
Right. Go ahead.
You sitting down?
I'm sitting down. I'm strapped in. Go ahead. Ruben
says black women respond well to patience and calmness.
Absolutely. Now, women.
And Ruben.
Wait a minute.
Ruben is white.
Yes. Now. Here's the thing. I love the way you emphasize he's white. Anyway, like a typical sister.
You should be able to see it.
Wait. Now, women that are mature and stuff, yes. Ruben, you're absolutely right. Try that shit with a young diva type chick. Try that shit and see what happens.
Well, you should surround yourselves with diva young chicks.
No, but what I'm saying is there's been a whole generation, and you know, let's face it, our children are about 25, 26 years old. Mm-hmm. So now you've got this new generation of a wholesale generation of black women that act divish, weave in their head. You know, they're just totally out there. And then you talk to him. Oh, he seems soft because he's got a job. Or it's like me on my show. I try to put a collared shirt on all the time.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, I don't want a bad look like I'm just some thug or saying I try to put some kind of thing where I look
on air. You pull your pants up because you can be sagging around these parts.
No, you know that's a damn lie. I got those mom jeans on, them dad jeans on.
Old school Barack Obama jeans on. The kind of go all the way up here.
Right.
Be flooding all the way up to the knee.
There you go. With a penny in my loafer. See what I'm saying?
I don't bust with a sweat, y'all. I'm sorry.
So we know that's not true, but that's our problem, and you know I blame our generation because we allowed that to happen, thinking it was cute, and now it's coming back to bite us in the ass.
I agree with you on that part, Donovan.
All right.
And then Ruby also said, don't escalate the argument. That only causes them to turn up the volume and intensity. Stay calm keeps them civil. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you do want to stay calm, and there are some situations that do call for you to, you know, kind of turn it up a little bit. But as far as just, you know, jumping around and acting all silly, and your message does get lost in all of that.
I recommend Shahrzad Ali's solution.
Oh, Shahrzad Ali?
Yes.
A good punch in the mouth?
A good punch in the mouth will take care of all that.
He's not serious, y'all.
I'm deadly serious.
Yeah. He's got like 14 copies, of the book. And Al says, the way Stephon Clark's brother is acting is a true fact that when a black person dies, the family members who mourn are fake.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I mean, again, I don't want to take away from the way he's mourning. I mean, maybe he's legit. I'm assuming that the brother is younger because Stephon was 22. So
no, I think this is older brother.
You think that's the old? Is that the older brother, you guys? Mm-hmm. Well, even still, I mean, let's say they're under 30.
Yeah,
they're fairly young. I don't know what it means for you to grieve, you know, or
I don't grieve anymore. I've seen so much death and shit and destruction. I don't grieve anymore.
I don't know. I just think somebody should have gotten a hold of him. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And saying,
sedate
you know what?
Yeah.
We don't need you hopping on the dais no more in City Hall, okay? We want them to be, because they are, let's face it, whether we like it or not, the city council, they are in control of making sure, you know, that the
investigation, and the investigation is done. Yeah.
So we don't want to piss them off. I mean, that you know, and I read an article where they said the mayor was so mad. He was like, I guarantee you guys that will never happen again as far as somebody coming in here and taking
over
the dais or the, you know, hostage. That'll never happen again. But of course, the mayor got some slack or negative feedback because they was like, well, it's funny how you can guarantee that nobody will come in here and act a fool, but you can't guarantee us that nobody will be murdered.
Right.
So, but that ought to tell everybody, he being the mayor and in control of all the stuff we just said, that pissed him off more. Mm-hmm. So don't continue doing that.
Well, the thing is, and me being a military person, I know people say, "Oh, well, you work for the man, whatever." There's a structure and there's a time and a place for everything.
Absolutely.
You can't go into Rome with an American solution. When in Rome, you do as the Roman.
I know, absolutely.
You know, so you got to deal with the situation as it persists. If this is the rules, you can't change the rules from the outside. You got to get them on the inside, then change it.
You just did, for me, and we're going to transition from this in a second, but for me, you being, I don't even know the brother's name. I just know him by his antics. But you don't want that to be at the forefront of why people remember you, because I think he had some valid things to say, about his brother. If you just take out all that stuff, he does have a validity in what he's saying about his brother being murdered and all of that, but now when we speak about the brother, we think about him running around acting a fool. Crazy. Yeah, so Al says a legitimate idiot, no excuse. No, absolutely. And Ruben said that works well with white, that also works well with white women. Absolutely. Donovan said he has a lot of experience with that. And then he says those are the things we need to be resurrected from. Our obvious disdain for ourselves, and I mean across the board, our perpetual sense of hopelessness. No, absolutely. Yeah. And so I'm going to move on to another thing that I saw. You guys can keep bringing on the things that we need. Yeah,
but we're going to be here a while.
Resurrected from. And I mean, it don't even have to be nothing like deep. It can be something, you know, like I have to, before me and Donovan came on here, I told him, I said, brother, you got to resurrect yourself from Winco chicken. I said, you can wean yourself off chicken,
I can't do it. It's too good.
Awaken from eating so much chicken. It's a working progress.
Wait, and you want to hear something nuts about Winco?
What happened at Winco?
You cannot get no chicken today because everybody is out there barbecuing in the parks and stuff. Their orders, they said they shut it down.
You lying?
I'm not lying.
I know you went over there and looked.
Yeah, I went over to try to get my box.
That Easter chicken gonna be fire today.
Yeah, so good chicken, the best in the world.
All right, let's see. So, okay, I got some more comments here. And Ruby says, black women will physically fight you if you go that way.
See?
Yeah, there goes my argument.
Yeah, see?
I don't know why I keep freezing up, you guys. Oh, you know why? Because somebody was sending me a text. I wish there was a way I can shut off all other stuff on my phone when people are sending me stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I'm freezing up a little bit. Okay, I'm back. All right, so you say black women will physically fight you if you go that way because as young girls, they fight with boys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, okay. But ladies don't fight.
Exactly. Ladies don't fight, but girls do. Now, if you do something you ain't supposed to do, I douse some hot ass grits on you. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, Al. I don't even eat grits.
No. She's not playing.
All right, so yeah, if you can think of some things that we need to resurrect. Okay, another thing I said, and is, you know, kind of tying into that, we need to resurrect ourselves from the media's perception of us. Because let's just even keep on, the topic with Stefan's brother. Not that we should care.
But what the media portrays.
Yeah, but they'll say, well, that's how they all act.
Exactly.
They're all uncivilized.
Yeah, he fell into the media portrayal of the stereotype.
Right, but I'm saying that for us, that we need to resurrect ourselves from how we need to stop believing all the bad things that the media portrays about us. You know, black men are uncivilized. They can't do this, and black women, they like to be in Walmart fighting everybody, and they're all like the Atlanta housewives.
And they're loose, and black women are loose.
We loose, and all we do is just have kids. All that,
highly sexualized.
Right. We're no different than a lot of people, but for whatever reason, and we kind of know why, we just get the short end of the stick when it comes to how the media portrays it. So we need to resurrect ourselves.
And how do you do that? You've got to control the media.
Absolutely.
A good portion of it.
Got to get in the game. Like you're trying to do here. You're trying to build a media empire here.
Exactly.
Right. We
and it's a fear.
Running things.
And in this neighborhood, and for those that are listening and those that know, we have built something that is feared in the region.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So. A voice to be reckoned with. It's funny because I can go all over, I'd say the Inland Empire. People like, oh, I saw your show. Yeah. Or I see you this. Oh, really? I didn't know.
Right. We built it.
So. And so, Benny, you say, so white women don't fight with boys when they are little girls. No, absolutely. And as I was saying, too, in regards to the media, this is why I hate wearing my hair down.
Because your hair's thick.
Yeah, it's like a hat.
It's either that or you just sit next to me.
Yeah, you hot. you full of hot air.
Because look, Al, I'm gonna tell you, I changed the lights in here, so it ain't the lights no more.
That must be. No, it's just hot.
No, it's just hot.
It's just hot.
Those lights are 13 watts.
Okay.
Each. So.
I'm getting a suntan up in here. But no, absolutely, Benny. Yeah, I mean, it's not just black girls who fight. Yeah. With boys, all girls do it. You know, with their little bully selves. You think they can whoop boys, and then when they go home holding their eye, mama. Yeah.
And a lot of those girls that take that attitude and they cross it over into adulthood. You know, you have some girls that are bullies or kind of aggressive.
Right.
And they're like the leader of the group. And they take that attitude and they think, oh, I can whip this man's ass too.
Until she comes home to her.
Right. That
her
big old
mama
knot.
holding her eye.
Right. That big old knot on top of her head.
And Al's Jack joke of the day. What did Jesus say while hung on the cross? What a way to spend a damn weekend. You know what? For sure. If there's a hell below,
yes.
Your ass
the joke of the day is for Al Jackson and only Al Jackson.
Right. It depends on Al and Al alone. No? And then Ruben says, less of them do because their daddies will rescue them. That tattletale. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that less white girls fight with boys than black girls. I mean, I don't know any statistical data on that, but I don't think that's I'm with Benny in saying I don't think that's a black girl thing. I think tying this into the media, we just see and hear about that more. You know, we can go up and down our timelines on our social media, accounts, and we'll see videos of girls fighting, fighting
Ratchet,
each other, fighting
destroying property,
all that. But I mean, don't get it twisted. I've seen some. I've seen some stuff in person. It's like, but they say we only out here wild and no.
Well, look at the videos. Okay, you got this person named Cardi B. A lot of people think she's a rags to riches story. Only in the black community can you come from a ratchet strip club, make it to whatever you're going to do. The minute you're on a precipice to be a superstar, you end up pregnant by an unknown dude. You see what I'm saying? That storyline, and it just doesn't make sense. And girls think, oh well, wow, if she made it, I can do it that way too.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Which is why we need to be a little bit more influential than a Cardi B per se.
Right. She's starting to become successful and ends up pregnant. But yet we are trying to tell these young girls, protect yourself. That you know what?
I always say this: ain't nobody gonna be more influential over the choices that my daughter makes than me.
Right.
But she listens to all that stuff. I don't know if she's a Cardi B fan.
Right.
But she not letting Nicki Minaj and them influence how she lives her life because I feel like I've done a good enough job in telling her this is what you need to do. I've also told her don't be out there trying to fight little boys because when they put their hands back on you, you know what I mean. So. I hate to say this is going to sound sexist, but stay in your place. You can't. You are physically not equipped. In most cases, women are not equipped to fight a dude and win. I mean, physically, we're not a match for you guys. So stay in your place.
Right. Absolutely.
Hey, Jonelle, what's happening? And Benny says that's why I don't really like. He said that's why I think he said I don't really like Ruben's comment. That's a generalized narrative. White women do that too. No, absolutely. And again, back to my point, it's because we see a lot of media portrayal of us in negative lights. I mean, hell, for those of you guys, and I know you guys don't watch it, but some people probably watch the Atlanta Housewives.
No, I stopped watching.
You resurrected yourself from the Housewives.
Oh my gosh, long time ago. I mean, after what's her name left?
Who?
Who was the one girl that stood up to Nene? She was like a really outspoken younger girl. I forgot her name, but after I think it was season 7 or something, and she didn't come back.
You watched it all the way to season 7. You was hooked.
Well, hey,
what season are they on now?
10 or 11.
You lying? You do watch?
No. I mean, I get it from your feed.
You're lying.
But
yeah, but
what was that girl's name? I forgot her name, and she was highly intelligent. Her name is
Quisha?
No. She was on a lot of shows, but she's a highly intelligent.
Portia?
No. Oh my God, no.
Oh gosh, she would be devastated if she left. I mean, what's going on?
No, I would be devastated. But this girl left, and I just stopped watching because she actually stood up to Nene and the bullying and all the bullshit and called it out.
Okay.
And then she wasn't invited back. Claudia
Jordan. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Claudia Jordan. That's who it was. And I stopped after. I said, I'm done.
I didn't watch it, when she was on there. I watched a few episodes back in the day. I was like, this is some nonsense.
Yeah, which I didn't understand. She wasn't married, so why is she on the show? But okay.
Yeah, but so to the point that I was making, when you have, I mean, even the Atlanta Housewives, with as much money as they have, they fighting each other.
Right, for $60,000 a season.
Yeah, fighting it. And this is supposed to be some quality black women. I mean, from what they tell us.
Love and hip hop.
All of them. These are supposed to be quality black women these women are supposed to be the example for black women making it.
Right, to strive and make it.
Yes.
You know,
you're beautiful and you're successful.
Mm-hmm. I was reading an article, Sheree. Remember she got fired off the show and she came back?
You sure you was reading an article?
No, I saw an article. No, I don't watch the show. I don't watch the show anymore. And that's in all honesty. I have so much editing to do. I don't even have time to do that.
Yeah, okay. But, I'll take your word for it.
But I read an article where she's dating some guy in prison.
I did. Somebody sent that to me. Said she's dating somebody in prison, and I'm just like,
okay, here's another example of a successful so-called black woman. You can't find a good man outside of jail.
But again, that is what they want us to believe, that even these well-to-do black women are waiting on prison boo to get up out of prison. You know, and that's not the case for black women that we know. Those are stereotypes. Like, I don't know black women like that, and I know a lot of black women. But I personally, I'm lying. I do know some black women like that, but I don't hang out with them. Right. I know of them. Okay, so I don't want to be on here lying on Easter Sunday. And then Ruby said, "I never had a white woman punch me in the face." Have you said you had a black woman punch you in the face? And arson. So you're tagging somebody in here. So Al says the only time men lose a fight to a woman if the woman is fat and sloppy and on top. There's something wrong. You need to resurrect yourself.
I'm sorry.
And Jonelle says, Donovan says that he wants to lose a fight to a big woman. Jonelle, we acting a little silly today. Our brain's starting to swell because it's hot.
Hey, I had a young black woman that was big that had a major crush on me, and I just couldn't do it.
You did. You should have, man. You messed up on that one. That could have been Miss Sadiq right there.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. She
was
beautiful face. Girl had a beautiful face.
Yeah,
but
she cooked for you.
Yeah, I just couldn't understand.
I saw her being Mrs. Sadiq.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No. But, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't, and then she came with a lot of baggage, too. Like I said, her older son, her son.
You worked through all that, you know?
Yeah, so I wasn't ready to do all that again.
She's still single.
No, that's okay.
So Janelle says, Jesus is the only one to come back from a physical grave, though they say, and they that say, a.k.a. the fork-tongued white people, and they're raised so-called niggers do lie. Let's get Donovan almost choked on that one. Let's get this mental resurrection. Oops, go back up. Mental resurrection, resurgence, aka change from a death style back to truth and life. Still rise, the truth reigns. No, absolutely. We do gotta be honest. I don't celebrate Easter. I have in the past, with my mom and a father, they went their separate ways, aka divorce. My mom converted over to Christianity, and then we started celebrating Easter and all of that. But once you resurrect your mind, you're like, why am I doing this?
Well, wasn't your mom a Christian before she converted to Islam?
Yeah, she was,
but then she
right. So she went back to where she was already. And then Benny said there's videos of ratchet white girls doing that shit too. It's based on the algorithms and the things you click on the most on your page.
Yes.
And you probably click on the black girls fighting and let's see, black girls fighting. Black girls fighting, or your friends share that stuff a lot on Facebook. I think that's what you want to see. But white girls and Asians are just as ratchet. But we celebrate them when they do it, though. Do anybody's Girls Gone Wild? Those I think I remember those Girls Gone Wild commercials were filled with white women being ratchet. No, absolutely. And I totally agree with you on that. I personally don't seek that kind of stuff out. I will see it on my timeline. And I thought, I'm just be honest with you, I thought we as black people had gotten past that of showing, of sharing. I think I shared a video the other day. I can't remember what it was though. I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but it was a point to me sharing it. But it wasn't like, ooh, look at these people fighting. I think it was a white woman. Somebody had got handled or something because she said something crazy to somebody. I don't remember. I don't share those things. I'm
going to have to disagree, though. In my situation, I have a lot of female cousins. And so when I see those fights and stuff, that's live from my family. So
okay, and hold on. Those on the podcast, we'll be right back when this one goes off.
Absolutely.
And so, no, I absolutely agree. I have seen Hispanic, Asians, white girls fighting. But as you said, Vinny, to your point, it is celebrated when they do it. It's funny, it's cute.
The black women got hands up. Some of them got hands.
You guys remember, and like again, I don't watch TV, but the girl that was on Dr. Phil who said "Catch Me